Welcome race fans here to race number 19 of the NASCAR Xfinity Series season. We are getting geared up for today's Lake Regions 200 here at New Hampshire. 40 cars are lined up on the pit lane getting ready to tackle the Magic Mile for 26 laps of racing. Tomorrow in the NASCAR Spring Up Series will continue their race to the chase with the 5-hour Energy 301. That will be tomorrow, race number 19 in the NASCAR Spring Up Series. But today, it is all about the Xfinity guys, and we are going to get you down trackside and bring you the command to fire up the engines.
Drivers, start your engines!
And now your starting grid will appear at the top of your screen. At number 3, Ty Dillon will start on the pole for the third time in 2016, alongside the 22 of Brad Keselowski. Row 2, the Junior Motorsports Rookie of the Year contender Cole Custer, who won his first career truck race here back in 2014, making him the youngest winner in NASCAR Truck Series history to date. Custer will roll off third, alongside veteran teammate Kevin Harvick, and running out your top 5 to 7 of Josh Berry. And then your top 10, beginning with the Juggies Racing number 20 of Denny Hamlin, Darrell Wallace Jr., Chris Buescher. And then running out your top 10 will be, if I can get a good camera angle, it'll be the number 11 of Eric Jones and James Buescher. The 19 of Daniel Suarez is your point leader. He has a 30-point lead on his Joe Gibbs Racing teammate Eric Jones. We had 42 cars entered, but only 40 win. To show the fans are on their feet. Pace car hit pit lane, and we are underway here at New Hampshire. Ty Dillon and Keselowski side by side entering turn number 1. But a pretty good jump by the rookie Cole Custer right there on the bumper of Ty Dillon coming out of turn number 2. By Keselowski hanging tough on the outside line of Ty Dillon, and he may clear Dillon getting down here in the turn 3, but no, Dillon fights back but can't do it. Here comes that idiot of Kevin Harvick on the outside lane out of turn 4. They're 3 wide back here, Eric Jones in the middle, James Buescher up top. They make it through the first lap. We're 3 wide outside the top 25, Ray Black Jr. in the middle, and Brad Keselowski will lead lap number 1. Second now goes on between the 88 of Kevin Harvick and the 3 of Ty Dillon, and Harvick will clear Dillon. So move that 88 up to second. And then Ty Dillon and Cole Custer trying to get third. Trying to battle third place, but Dillon to the back bumper of Kevin Harvick and Berry sideways. And here comes Denny Hamlin on the outside line out of turn 4. And there goes the 42-4. Justin Marks and Chastain comes back up the track and collects Ryan Sieg at 39. We are under yellow here at New Hampshire. Cole Whitt, Blake Cook, Ryan Truex all getting caught up in this mess back here that began with Justin Marks and Ross Chastain. And we are under yellow here on lap number 3 at New Hampshire. The 22 of Brad Keselowski looking for what would be his 3rd win or his 4th win of 2016. I can't quite remember. But Keselowski, your leader, Kevin Harvick, Ty Dillon, Cole Custer, and Josh Berry, followed by Darrell Wallace, Brendan Gaughan, Cale Conley, Denny Hamlin, and Chris Buescher, your top 10 here at New Hampshire. We are now making our way out of turn number 4. Justin Marks in the 42. He's going to get run into by the 33 of Dillon or the 19 of Daniel Suarez, and Mark's going to end up taking out the 4 of Chastain in the process. And let's go back and see if we can get a better camera angle. And it appears the 19 of Suarez is going to make contact with the 33 of Austin Dillon, sending Dillon down into Chastain and Suarez down into the 42 of Marks. And here comes the 4 of Chastain up into Townley, comes back down into Ryan Sieg, turns to 39. And here comes the 28 of Cole Whitt, getting turned by J.J. Yaley into the outside wall. Ryan Truex, Blake Cook, the Ray Black Jr., Ryan Preece, all these guys having to get hard on the brake just to avoid from running in the back of each other. And you guys did a pretty nice job getting slowed down. Justin Marks and Chastain didn't really get that much damage, so I don't believe anybody got severe damage, so we'll see. Probably the 4 got the worst of it. Chastain right now running 20th. There was a damage on the left side of Austin Dillon, one of the faster cars this weekend, but just did not really get a good lap in qualifying. Rode off 12th on the grid. And making their way out of turn 4 will be the 22 at Keselowski and Kevin Harvick in the 88. That'll be your leaders when we get ready for the restart. We are one lap away from going back green here at New Hampshire. Race number 19 in the NASCAR Xfinity Series is underway, and we'll be back to green very shortly. Brad Keselowski, your leader, Kevin Harvick. They get around the 3 of Ty Dillon on the start on the first lap. Dillon down to 3rd, Cole Custer down to 4th, and Josh Berry remains in the top 5 and 5th place. Darrell Wallace, Brendan Gaughan, Cale Conley, Denny Hamlin, and Chris Buescher, your top 10. Eric Jones, Brandon Jones, James Buescher, Ben Rhodes, and Austin Dillon. Daniel Suarez, Jeremy Clements. The 14 being driven by Matt DiBenedetto this week. You know, he's right now running 18th. Great run with the 14 right now. Ryan Reed and Chastain. Ryan Sieg, Ryan Truex, Cole Witt, J.J. Yaley, and Blake Cook. Mason Mingus, Ray Black Jr., Jeb Burton, Joey Gase, and Ryan Preece. And then you got Tyler Young, Cody Ware, Michael Self, Justin Marks, Ryan Ellis, Ted Christopher driving a 13 today. Great to see Ted Christopher back in the series. Mike Harmon, Todd Peck, Andy Seuss, and John West Townley had to come down pit lane. He's in 40th place when we come back to green here. And battle for second place, hitting up now. Ty Dillon on the inside of Kevin Harvick and Berry to the inside of Cole Custer. And Dillon may have Harvick as they come off turn number 2. Dillon has the edge, has the advantage getting down into turn number 3, and he is going to clear Harvick, or does he? And here comes Berry on the inside of Cole Custer. Kevin Harvick trying to keep that momentum going on the outside line. They come out of turn number 4, and Ty Dillon yet to clear the 88 of Kevin Harvick. And Josh Berry gets around his teammate Cole Custer, now bringing the 6 of Darrell Wallace Jr. on the inside lane. And Wallace will also clear Custer, but Harvick hanging tough on the back bumper on the outside of Ty Dillon, and he'll clear a 3 of Ty Dillon. Now Darrell Wallace trying to get around Josh Berry, who is about to get run over by his teammate Cole Custer on the outside line. Then he got some Gibbs cars of Denny Hamlin and Eric Jones on the inside lane. And we stay green to 3 wide back in the pack. Again, that's Ray Black Jr., who was almost caught in the middle. And now Kevin Harvick pulled away from Ty Dillon, now trying to work over the 22 of Brad Keselowski. And we have one car on the outside wall, the 14 of Matt DiBenedetto. Matt DiBenedetto running inside the top 20 on the restart. Got in the wall off turn number 2. Now falling back on the outside line in the clutches of the 84 of Mason Mingus. Eric Jones by Brendan Gaughan. There goes Brandon Jones, Daniel Suarez. The 14 of DiBenedetto, 33 of Austin Dillon. And then his teammate Brendan Gaughan along with Cale Conley. They really have drifted back on this restart now. Conley getting attacked by Chris Buescher and Brandon Jones at the track, and Buescher drove that number 60 car down into turn number 3 pretty hard, and he's going to stay right beside the 43 of Conley. And Kevin Harvick is not only caught the number 22, he has pushed him down into turn number 1, right on the bumper of Brad Keselowski. And these two guys battling has brought the 3 of Ty Dillon back in the picture to get around the 88 of Kevin Harvick. And should the top 3 battle, there's Darrell Wallace Jr. getting ready to pounce season 4. A win today would be huge for Darrell Wallace. Ty Dillon, he already knows he will be in the chase for 2016 along with Eric Jones and Daniel Suarez. Chris Buescher and Josh Berry, they have one win this year. Berry getting a win at Talladega and Buescher at Texas. They have one win, but they're not automatically locked a spot in the chase just yet, but they can very well do so in the next upcoming weeks. And Jones and Suarez trying to gang up on the rookie Cole Custer. Suarez pushing Jones down into turn number 3. The 19 is certainly quicker than the 11. And Berry working on the 20 of Denny Hamlin. We have passed the halfway point in the race right now. Brad Keselowski, your outside pole sitter, has led every single lap. All 13 laps completed today. And John West Townley, Justin Marks, they just cannot get around all this slower lap traffic ahead. You have the 90 of Tyler Young, Ted Christopher, Jeb Burton, Ryan Priest and Todd Peck is going to get in the back of Ryan Ellis. Nearly turns the 17 around. Peck gets sideways, has to chase his car out the track, and that will allow Ryan Priest to get by on the outside line in the 01. Now the 88 is starting to reel in the 22 again. He has gotten away from the 3 of Ty Dillon. Suarez still on the bumper of the 11 of Eric Jones down in the turn 3. Suarez makes the move to the inside lane, and he might get him off turn number 4. Daniel Suarez, a 3-time winner in 2016, took home his first career win at Richmond, and he picked up 2 wins in a row at Michigan and Chicago. Coming this time by will be 10 laps remaining, and Josh Berry now trying to get around the 20 of Denny Hamlin. That 19 might be the quickest car on track right now, and he has 10 more laps to get up to the top 4. Who's trying to break away? Brian Keselowski, Kevin Harvick, Ty Dillon, and Darrell Wallace. Suarez now pushing his other teammate, Denny Hamlin, around the 7 of Josh Berry. How about the 44, J.J. Yaley up inside the top 10 in that 44? Great run right now with the 44 of Yaley running in 9th place. Cole Custer down to 10th, Brandon Jones, Ben Rhodes, Chris Buescher, Brendan Gaughan, Dylan, Ryan Sieg. Yeah, James Buescher, Cale Conley, Ryan Reed in the middle, coming out of turn number 4. And they remain 3 wide out of turn number 4. Jeremy Clements on the bottom to make contact. Cale Conley and Ryan Reed making contact down in the turn 1. Conley slides out the track, gives the 16 plenty of room on the inside lane. But this is a awesome run by TriStar Motorsports and J.J. Yaley. I mean, they're up here battling Eric Jones, Josh Berry, Denny Hamlin, and Suarez is about to direct that 6 of Darrell Wallace. That 19 is coming to the front, and he's coming pretty dang quickly. Looking for what would be his 4th win of 2016. Double of most wins this year. And now getting on the back bumper of Ty Dillon. So it moves Suarez up to 4th, and now trying to make the outside line work on Ty Dillon. And this could be a very great move. And here comes Suarez. And that another Toyota coming to the front. That 44 J.J. Yaley. Can't say enough about what Yaley has really done on this team. He's had some great runs this entire year. Now trying to get 6 in that 44. 19 gets around that 88 of Kevin Harvick. Look how quickly that 19 chases down the 22. Out of turn number 4, can Suarez grab what would be a 4th win? Oh no, he puts him in the wall! Keselowski turned into the outside wall, and nowhere to go for J.J. Yaley. And Custer wrecks and takes out Brandon Jones. What a tough break by the 44 of J.J. Yaley. Gets turned, or Brad Keselowski gets turned and nowhere to go for the 44 of Yaley. And how much damage did the 19 get? Daniel Suarez. And as Suarez pancaked the outside wall pretty good. And we should have enough laps of yellow to give us at least a 1-lap dash, maybe a 2-lap dash. We'll find out. But big moment of the race. The dominant car, at least most of the day, the 22, Brad Keselowski, gets turned by the 19 of Suarez, who was catching him. It appears the 22 may have tried to block the 19, and it just did not work out for neither one. And pretty significant rear end damage on the 22 of Brad Keselowski. Daniel Suarez some pretty good damage on the 19 as well. See, the 19 just he's been pushing all these guys all day long down the straightaway, and that just kind of finally went bad. See, Yaley was not really prepared for the 22 to be right there. He saw Yaley right behind Berry, and there's Custer getting involved, takes out Brandon Jones, and here comes that 43 of Cale Conley, nowhere to go. There's Ryan Truex and Mingus trying to get through. Joey Gase has to stop, and then Ryan Priest is going to get rear-ended by Ted Christopher, who slows down Ryan Priest, who gets run over by the 97 of Todd Peck. William modified driver Andy Seuss in the field. He has to check up, and heavy damage from the rookie Tyler Young in the 90. See the damage on the right side of Cole Custer. So what is this going to do now? J.J. Yaley, who, he had to feel so bad. He was having a great run inside the top, almost inside the top 5, and he could have got up maybe in even top 3 the way he was driving. He will end up 38th, Tyler Young 39th, and the 43 of Kel Conley in 40th place. The 22 of Brad Keselowski has been on and off pit road. He's now settled in 37th. Andy Seuss, Justin Marks, Townley. Keselowski may have to be a lap down. So the best we can do is a 1-lap dash. That is all we can do. Does Daniel Suarez, does the damage affect the 19? Does he pick up his 4th win of his career, his 4th win this season? And let's see, we have Michigan, Chicago, Daytona, and Kentucky. He's won 2 of the last 4 races, trying to make it 3 of 5 today. Kevin Harvick, Darrell Wallace, Ty Dillon, and Josh Berry. Denny Hamlin, Eric Jones, Cole Custer, Brandon Jones, and a great run by Ben Roach inside the top 10. Chris Buescher, Brendan Gaughan, James Buescher, Austin Dillon, Ron Sieg, Jeremy Clements, Ron Reed, Ryan Truex, Ross Chastain, and the 84 of Mason Mingus. So here we go. 1 lap remaining to get this race complete. This race will not end under a overtime, and a pretty good jump on the 19, even though he has damage. And to help the 19 win, here comes Darrell Wallace on the inside lane. Suarez trying to, and he is just driving away with the damaged car. And Kevin Harvick now on the outside of Darrell Wallace. Here comes Ty Dillon 4th, Berry in 5th. Down in the turn number 3 they go. Can Wallace clear the 88, making their way to turn 4, even with the damaged Eris Toyota? Daniel Suarez will grab a 4th win of 2016, and the 88 of Kevin Harvick will edge the 6 of Darrell Wallace at the line, and Kevin Harvick will come home 2nd, Darrell Wallace 3rd, Ty Dillon, and a top 5 for rookie Josh Berry in the number 7. Danny Hamlin will get a 6. 7th will go to Eric Jones, Chris Buescher, Brendan Gaughan, and the 10th place will go to rookie Cole Custer in the 00. A great day for Virginia Motorsports. But even a better day for the 19 of Daniel Suarez. Started back in 14th place and drove his way to the front. No doubt he had the fastest car. And even though he turned the 22 of Keselowski, got some pretty good, really good contact on the outside with the right side of the 19, and he could have even got more damage had somebody made contact with the 19. He was able to hang on to the restart, and he picks up his 4th win of 2016, giving him the most wins out of anybody this year. The next race on the schedule will be the Lucas Oil Raceway, the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Will be returning to Lucas Oil Raceway in 2 weeks. We are not going to be going to the Brickyard this season, but we'll be at the short track at LOR in 2 weeks. Next weekend, the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series Mud Summer Classic 150 at Eldora. That'll be Wednesday. Following the Cup race this weekend, it'll be Eldora, and then Saturday and Sunday, no racing, and then we'll get back to going at LOR and Indianapolis. So great upcoming races on the schedule, and we will see you tomorrow for the NASCAR Spring Up Series 5-Hour Energy 301. On your screen, your results and your point standings, your chase grid after race number 19 of the year. That'll be on your screen right now. And congrats to Daniel Suarez on yet another win. And we'll see if he can do it again in 2 weeks at LOR, the return to the Lucas Oil Raceway. We'll see you there. And we'll see you tomorrow for this NASCAR Sprint Cup Series race. Goodbye, everyone.